Buongiorno per la mattina. Welcome everybody. Bienvenidos a todos. So this is the presence of the Latin America in the middle of the Virtual Reality Experience Festival in Rome, Italy. So we are very honored to be part of this amazing event. Thank you very much to Mariangela. Thank you very much to all the staff of the event, Marina, Mateo, all the people that they are trying to help us to make this keynote very special for us. So the idea that we have this morning in Rome is connect Latin America with the spirit of these immersive disciplines and try to understand if we can make some exchange ideas, projects, and programs between Italia and Latin America. So in this moment, we are connecting with different cities of Latin America. For example, in the north, we have in contact with Mexico. In the middle of the continent, we are in contact in Bogota, Colombia, and we have Inês in Brazil, in Rio de Janeiro, and I'm based in Argentina. So Latin America is covered, and we are very proud to have this opportunity to share our experience and try to understand if our ecosystem is very strong and we can share some ideas and take presence in this event. So I don't know if you are ready, all my colleagues, but I want to introduce you. So good morning, Inês. How are you?
Good morning for everyone. Thanks for the invite to present in virtual reality experience. I will talk about my PhD postdoc research about the market of XR in Brazil, okay? I will start to show.
Please, let me introduce all the rest of the colleagues, and then you start, no problem.
Okay.
So you are our lady, so we are gentlemen, so you are the first, but let me introduce the rest of the guys. So welcome Camilo Montañez from VRE-VIRTUAL, Colombia. Good morning there.
Welcome. Thanks for to be here. Buongiorno. It's a pleasure to share our experience, our knowledge about VRE-VIRTUAL, the association, and how we can work together in Colombia in order to improve the immersive technology. So nice to listen, to hear you, and to know you.
Thank you, Camilo. So our last friend here is the amazing Sergio Ramírez from Mexico. He represents the Mexican Association CLAMTI, but he has his own very important company. So Sergio, welcome.
Good morning, good afternoon to all of you. It's an honor for me to be part of this important event. How are you, Gabriel? Thanks to invite me. It's really a pleasure to be here.
So we have the opportunity to get some data from Mexico, Brazil, Argentina, and Colombia. And so let's start. If you want, in the final of the presentation of our guys, we have the opportunity to answer some Q&A. So Inês, this is your show.
Well, thanks. I will start my presentation now. And this research is about mapping the XR ecosystem in Brazil. This work was made by UFSCar, Federal University of São Carlos, the Sena Group Research, and the master degree program of Communication School of UFRJ, okay? And we have a lot of partners like SPCine, CAB, Bravi, Abra Games, and XR, XRBR, and Forcine, okay? That were our partners. And the main goal of this was to discover the XR market in creative industry of Brazil. Okay, which kind of work and which kind of space that we have in Brazil. Okay, and the survey was carried out about 120 companies, and the research was made between July and August of 2020, and we made at online platform during the pandemic, because we don't have another way to do that. Okay, let's go. We caught some kind of data: demographic, macroeconomic, macro-organizational, with goal of produce a portrait of main characteristics of XR market in Brazil. Okay, and we discovered in this we have 120 companies that answered the survey, and the 39% was micro companies and 20 was individual micro entrepreneurs. Okay, the major part are little companies. Okay, the companies that are born in this market. Okay, and the billing of these companies, 39% are billing up to 81,000 reais. Okay, and 29% are billing between 81,000 reais and 360,000 reais. And the development stage of these companies, 34% are in emergent stage. Okay, the first stage of development, and 25% are in the startup stage. Okay, and 18% pre-operational stage, 12 expansion stage, and only 9% are mature stage. Okay, the 60% work with B2B. Okay, 34% work with B2B and B2C model, and only 4% work with B2C. Okay, the big companies, and we have little big companies in this market. The good news is that 71% of researched companies act in XR. Okay, and 17% wish to act in XR market. With this research was made with audiovisual market, game market. That it's the main the companies work in this kind of market in Brazil. 80% when the employability, okay, of this market, 80% have up to 3 employees hired in the company. Okay, and 6% between 4 to 9 employees. Okay, so the most of the companies are little companies. Okay, they need help. They need help to grow. Okay, government help, because it's a market that work with innovation. Okay, and it's very hard to work with innovation in Brazil, and 54% of these companies work with outsources mode. Okay, when you have the market don't have, these companies don't have jobs in XR all the time. You have one in this month, and next month you don't have, and this instability, we have the employability. We hired the professionals to that project, only for that project, and after that finish the contract. Okay, in terms 54% up to 3 employees, and 24 work between 4 and 9 employees. Okay, it's the major. Well, when we talk, we've asked about funding sources, and 44% said that commercial contracts is more important. 26 said that they made XR projects with the money of the companies, their own income. And 9% work with federal funds for audiovisual, and 5% public notice, 2% crowdfunding, 1% run law, that's federal, and audiovisual law 1%, and BNDES 1%. Okay, and the impression that when we ask about the impression on public investment in the exact sector, 51 said that is insufficient, 24% said it's non-existence, and only 14 said it's great. Okay, and the conclusion that the mapping showed that more than 50% of companies are composed by micro companies and individual micro entrepreneurs, and they are emergent on startup development stage. Okay, and if we try to discover about the labor market, it's not a big difference, and hired employees and the outsourced employees. Okay, because the developability of the employment, we have this volatility, but you don't know, the companies don't want to lose the employees that have high capacity or high qualification. Okay, and 60% of companies produce XR content with all resources or commercial contracts, and 24% of the country investments are no existing. Okay, we believe that research could contribute to creative industry in Brazil, and to discover how this kind of work can help Brazil to show the cultural and the cultural products of the country with the DNA of innovation for the world. Okay, thanks for everyone.
Inês, amazing work. So Brazil have a lot of potential, like these amazing projects like The Line of Ricardo Lagañaro, or the association XR VR. So I think that we can work together with more projection and a little Brazilian style too. So thank you for this presentation. And now, if Sergio is ready, so let's go to Mexico to understand in which part of the evolution of the ecosystem is Sergio.
Thank you very much, Gabriel, and thank you to invite me again. Okay, let me try to explain something. Mexico is a country, as you know, it's a very, very large country. We have 32 states, big states. That is the country states that is integrated. But the main important thing is that in the whole the Mexican Republic, there are some states that is more important in technology, in business, in development as others. From these 32 states and Mexico City, as well, we have around 7 huge states that is investing all the time in innovation, in development, in technology. In these states, we have a lot of companies that is already existing or that is already incorporated that serves these kind of services or these kind of technologies. The most important thing is that the more amount of companies that is creating this kind of technologies is in 360 headlock technologies. Other companies are working in real virtual reality, in augmented reality, and obviously in a mixed reality. But the immersive technologies market in Mexico, we can call as a growing market. Although is that true that there are a lot of companies formally constituted or incorporate and very professional companies. But the most, but the true is that the most of the services around these technologies are provided by individuals who do not have a corporate or business structure in a way to say. Okay. The entertainment is the most. We can say that the most services here is in entertainment. The other thing is in industrial and in training. The training and education is a huge market here in Mexico because we are very, very industrial, and we have some parts of the Mexican country that have a lot of clusters. For example, automotive, aerospace, or any industrial cluster that is needed these kind of services as intelligent tools, as a training, as a marketing, or something like that. In Clumti is a cluster, is the multimedia of immersive technologies cluster. We are an association that we are following the growth of the market. We are helping companies in all the chain, in all the value chain, since the creation, the design, the development, the distribution, and of technologies and immersive content. We have in the cluster, as part of the cluster, scientific agencies or scientific centers, for example, investigation, innovation centers, and all of the organizations in education and training organization, as public as a private organization. The main purpose of this cluster is to promote and to help these companies to go to the market very fast or to grow in the market. Our main purposes is really connect the industry and the market to the companies. Okay, we have a lot of technologies here, as in all Latin America, like augmented reality, virtual reality, 360 content, virtual showrooms, interactive contents, video games, as other. But the main thing is that these companies, for example, here we have around formally that are part of the cluster, more than 60 companies. We can say that we have a lot of big companies that is in Mexico, really from Mexico nationwide. But we have a lot of companies from United States, from Europe, or other countries that they are working here in Mexico. No, but really we have a great market, a huge market here. We are growing very, 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 very important, and although we are developing a huge important things to the innovation, to the investigation for health, for other markets. I want to show you a video that is an example of one of these companies that they are using these technologies, for example, for entertainment, for an industrial and entertainment purpose at the same time. If we can share the video, please.
Con más de 1000 marcas en el mercado y un problema. El cliché. Bienvenidos. Dobel es una marca hecha de innovación. En 2009 lanzó el primer tequila cristalino y en 2019 nuevamente marcó tendencia en la categoría. Para mostrar que Dobel es diferente, teníamos que hacerlo desde su proceso. Pero eso nos llevaba a un lugar tradicional, a no ser que la experiencia no tuviera nada de eso. Tierra de Maestros, la primera experiencia multisensorial alrededor del tequila. Un viaje de realidad mixta para generar información en tiempo real y encontrar nuevas creaciones según los gustos de sus visitantes. 5 salas, cada una con un producto maestro.
Microclima. En este cuarto viven diferentes tipos de tierras y agaves, todos traídos desde Jalisco. Cuarto de blancos. Cocción, fermentación y destilación. Prueba 4 tequilas blancos y siente sus diferencias. Cuarto de reposados. Aquí se hace la magia a través del tiempo. Prueba perfiles nunca antes mezclados y califica según tus preferencias. Más de 25 barricas traídas de diferentes partes del mundo. Cuarto blend. Conoce la complejidad para llegar al tequila cristalino perfecto. Zona 5. Perfiles.
La experiencia llegó más allá. Los HoloLens registraron datos sobre las preferencias de los visitantes. Al final, ellos obtuvieron una botella personalizada y nosotros un estudio complejo sobre sus gustos. Un research extraordinario de los más de 1000 visitantes que tuvimos. Con esta data, Dobel seguirá innovando su portafolio y la categoría. Viaja hasta la Tierra de Maestros y descubre por qué Dobel es la innovación del tequila.
Thanks. As we can see, the quality of the developments and content here in Mexico are of a high manufacturing and high value of the brands, and so all the companies are working to improve the profiles, the products, and the services in a better way. No.
Thank you, Sergio. So I think that it's a development country, but they have a very tradition. So it's important to Mexico trying to help us to develop this Latin American ecosystem and even to have an international appealing to create these opportunities that you are trying to support there.
Yeah, some of the most important companies here in Mexico are rendering services not only in Mexico, in whole Latin America, because we are very near from the United States, for example, and some of these companies are working in the States and in Mexico, and going through all Latin American, like Colombia, like Chile, like Argentina, and other countries, no? And there's a lot of international companies here that is working with a huge and the biggest advertising companies, the biggest, for example, in the aerospace industry, there's a lot of companies from France, from Italy, from Spain that is working with these companies because are worldwide companies, are really corporate companies. For example, in other markets like automotive markets, are a lot of companies from Germany here in Mexico working with the German companies that is in this industry. This is why there's a lot of small companies around these industries rendering this kind of services, no? For example.
Yes, but you have a solution for education too with HP, no?
Yeah, we have here in Mexico. We represent some patent that is called VRE, that is virtual immersive rooms that give us and give us the opportunity to have at the same time in the same place more than 20, 30, 40 people sharing the same content, the same things. And we're developing right now are some companies in the cluster that is developing metaverse, for example, a lot of metaverse like a Fortnite or like this kind of metaverse for education, for training purposes and for health purposes or simple like for corporate purposes, no?
Yes, and if you don't remember wrong, in Mexico you have, I don't know, 3 festivals that are trying to support them. I know Guanajuato with the Presentro.
That's it. We have the VR Fest, the Guanajuato Film Festival, the International Guanajuato Film Festival, and the FICMA, that is an international festival for alternative media.
So, and they have a little tradition, like 5 years ago, they are trying to show all the material.
Yeah, I can show a lot of things in the screen, but I try to present just one video that represent not the virtual reality world, because this is the most common, but how we use, for example, the mixed reality for entertainment purpose, because it's very different. This kind of experience gain a lot of prizes and things, because there's no other. Also, Microsoft never built an experience with more than 10 HoloLens at the same times. No, that's what I choose this video, just to give a little shot of the kind of content and development that the companies here in Mexico is developing.
Okay, Sergio, thank you very much. So we need
Thank you.
The Mexican support in this ecosystem. So if you let me, I can introduce our last colleague here that is based in Colombia with his association, that Camilo Montañez with VRCO. So Camilo is a very important player in Colombia with a little tradition to understand the needs of the business, but supporting the entertainment too with the mixed reality. So Camilo, welcome.
Hi, Gabriel. Thanks to the invite, and hello to Inês and Sergio. It's a pleasure to be here with you. And Sergio, this experience is really cool. I like the way that you show this. It's amazing how the immersive things are involved and how Latin America in overall we have a sentence in our country that call is from Latin America to the world. No, I believe this because we have the powerful, that we have the talent, and it's a pleasure to Inês to be here because it's the power of the woman that in the industry that is so important. Thanks.
Thanks to you, Camilo.
And now I would like to share with you the experience in our community, the VRCO. VRCO is the virtual reality community in Colombia. Our community have around 6 years to found it. We funded with Daniel Rojas Roa, that is one of the founders of the community. We started to make this because in this time, maybe you remember, both of you or all of you, that in the 2040, 2050, the market is now evolved as we expected, because these technologies is no new technologies, or no is the last one. Is actually is all technologies that have different point of implementation. I think that we have different moments in the industry. One of the most important before was on, for example, in the 18th with the cave, that is the virtual room that the people enter inside of them, but don't have the exposure of the market as the people expect in that moment. Actually, the NASA also put some things interesting experience there, but nowadays I think that the market is more evolved. We have the devices, we have the mobile phones to support experience like cardboard, when you put your phone and live virtual reality experience with only a cardboard and so on. No, so that was one of the main reasons that we founded this community, because the first things that we need to teach to others how this works and what is this, because I think or we feel that the people don't like the difference between mixed reality, virtual reality, or augmented reality experience. The second reason that we founded is because we need to find people like us that create content in order to have more experience and have more cooperation work that is important in our region. And the last but not least, I think that is the spirit of, we call as ourselves as visionaries, because we think that this market is involved, and each time is bigger and bigger, and we believe that the world is in immersive stage. So we deal for this kind of things. Nowadays we
Camilo,
have around.
Let me support you with the presentation. If not, the director can help me. So we continue speaking. I will try to show your presentation. So director, can you help me with this?
Wonderful.
Okay. So I don't know if you can show. Are you seeing something there?
There is trends. Maybe is the
Okay.
other one.
Let me. Okay. Okay. So maybe I can. So if you can show your presentation, maybe I let to show mine. So please continue, Camilo. Thank you very much.
Don't worry. Thanks to your support. So some numbers that is important for us is we have around 6 years to fund it. We have today we have around 1,300 members in our community, like visionaries people, and today will be made around 30 events in all of our foundation community. One of the most important is when we was in the CES, that is the commercial event more bigger around the world, and that is amazing because we connect with different people around the world. For example, as we doing in this moment. Oh yes, there is the presentation. It's so faster because it's something like that you recognize this. This is a VR code. This is a local partners that that support the different initiatives that we have. Please next. Our objective, the objective of the community is building a community when we can share and learn about different kind of experience in order to increase the potential of immersive technologies in our country and in the region. The next one, please. Our objectives is main four objectives. Be a community recognized around our region and around in our country and also in the world, and generate like a or be the platform to generate business a cooperation between companies, people, customers, and so on, and also help to people to develop this kind of technologies. We believe in one important thing, or our structure is based on the triple helix theory, that is a Stanford University theory, and this triple helix told that we have to integrate the government, the education, and the companies in one place, and we would like to be that place for the people and for the companies that where they can enjoy and solve problems with that all of things. The next one, please. And also all of this, we like to support the the global goals that we have, because we believe that we need to develop our country and develop our region, and also to support the different initiatives. And when we talk about technology, also we talk about the social development, increase the jobs in our country, increase the level of the science as the performance that we have, and point directly to different kind of objectives. Next, please. And this is how we work, that I told you, that triple helix theory, with companies, people, that is the visionaries, and educational with the universities. This is like the overview that we have in our community. That is how we work, and all of is invited to be part of them and become VRE visionaries. Thanks, Gabriel.
Okay, Camilo, thank you very much. So I feel that, like you mentioned, and you mentioned to Inês, when I make the third edition of the catalog in Colombia, we have a great surprise about the importance of the females and the women in the middle of the Colombia ecosystem. Please, can refresh this theory?
Sure. Actually, we can remind that the most companies have CEOs as in the companies, the CEOs are women, and also the manager of different kind of initiatives here locally. For example, the Mintic and the government issues as management and director by women. So this told about the powerful and the spirit that they have the women to develop these kind of issues, and they are very well activities here to development all of this kind of ecosystem. This is actually a great news, I think so, because I think that around the 80% of the initiative of VR of immersion teach as lead for a woman.
Wow, wow. Great news, great news. And like I asked Sergio, so Colombia is very involved in new initiatives, working in different ideas. So tell me a little more about the Colombia ecosystem. For example, I know I don't mention nothing now to be part of the XR Latam group or all initiatives that you are working on.
You're talking about Mexico, Gabriel. Yeah, because you say Colombia ecosystem, and I don't know exactly.
No. It was for Camilo, but please go.
Okay.
Yes, no problem.
Okay. Yes, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, yes. Recently, the nowadays. Sorry, Gabriel, I misunderstand you. But recently, we are part of different kind of initiative locally that have exposure. For example, we are part of or we're the founder of the uh, Colombian Association XR Colombian Association, that is planned to cooperate with different kind of companies, more formal way, not as a community, more as as association. And also we part of the XR Latam, that is like an initiative of, in this moment we are a group in WhatsApp and in Telegram. You can join also, and in that group is led by different leaders of around our countries: Mexico, Colombia, Peru, Argentina, and so on. And the idea is to talk and to open the conversation, because personally I believe that we can be part of a big Latam XR relation, where we can enjoy and deliver it, all of the things that we are creating, and that we can do it in the region.
Yes, we have different things they are trying to support, like you say, the sustainability, the capacitation. So Latin America has his own voice, he has his own creators. So I think it's a great opportunity to stay in this festival, share our names, our experience. But if you let me, I want to introduce a little work that we made together to invite for the next chapter. So please, director, help me to share my window. Okay. This is one of the things that we are very proud in Iberoamerica. So we have this little research called the Immersive Iberoamerican Catalogue that we worked together in 2017, but with final result in 2018. So we contact I don't know, maybe 700 companies in Iberoamerica, including Spain and Portugal. So we have different forms to understand what is the reason that we are creating this material. So this is a little map that we can show you today. So that the reason that we feel that we are in the new Latin XR wave, like Camilo say, it was like we are a lot of people making things together, but we are not connected. So with this tool, with this publication, with this catalog, it was very familiar for us to understand that we are in the right way. But then appears the pandemic or COVID-19. So in 22, in the next year, so we must present a new publication that we launch after this presentation here in the festival in Rome, that we need to understand that who is starting making things in Latin America related to the XR experience, but we need to understand a little more different regions, that this is the reason they are working in the new focus in Central America or the Caribbean island. So I can show you the new opportunity we are launching, and it's a website with this presentation of the new catalog. So I will share the new screen with you. Let me 1 minute. So, okay. This is the reason we are present here. We are trying to understand that if the Latin content have the right way to make the circular economy, supporting the blue economy. For this reason, we are in touch with Roberto Cerda from Mexico, who is an influencer for us to support us if we are in the right way to create and support this new economy and this content. So this is our draft website. They are working. All the design is supported by another Mexican talent, is Fausto Cantú. So Mexico is so important for us. And they are trying to support and they are trying to help us to show. And this is the reason that we choose the Guanajuato International Film Festival the last month to present in his metaverse, in Epicentro, this idea that we need to have a new publication to understand so who we are, who are starting in front of all the problems we have in the pandemic. And this is the reason they are here in the festival too, in Italy. So we present this tool in the campus virtual of the GIF, and was amazing. So we have people in different countries, from Spain to Argentina. So I have a little more time to end this presentation, but if you can visit us, we share with the networks and all the social tools we have, the new site. And even though we have a little survey or encuesta, we say in Spanish, to understand different things. One of these things will be like a yellow guide. So which is your company, where you are, how many people are working in your company. But we have another part of or sides of this survey that they're including if you are working in the sustainability ecosystem, why you use XR tools. And another very important part in this new focus, in this new publication, there will be the education. So where are these schools, these hubs, these clusters, they are supporting or they are trying to encourage all the Latin American creators, companies, and all the people they are trying to show his material or create new XR art forms. So I think that this opportunity is great for us. And I don't know if we can make a little interchange with our colleagues and then open for Q&A for the audience. I don't know, Director, if you have some questions in the table to answer for our companions. Okay, so Inês, I don't know if you have the last words to this morning in Latin America and this afternoon in Italy.
Well, I want to, I like to participate very much. And I hope that this kind of event could repeat and connect more and more institutions and companies and that work with XR to share this kind of experience, okay? And I'm a founder of XR XR, and that's the association of companies that work with in XR in Brazil. But I work in university and I work with the capacitation, okay, of this kind of market, because it's an important work to do, to give visibility for this kind of technology and give capacitation for in the public education of Brazil. I'm open for contacts and to answer questions and share the work that I'm doing in XR ecosystem mapping that I'm doing, and it will be published, could be in this year with partner of SPCine, that I will share with you the more data about this market in Brazil. Okay, thank you for everyone.
Thank you, Inês. Sergio, please give me our last words.
Yeah, thanks. Can we share the screen that I am sharing, please, just to finish? Okay, if you can, if you want to incorporate technologies from Mexico to the world, or if you are looking for a partner here in Mexico for any purpose, you can go over the webpage of CLUMTI, that is the cluster. We have here, as I told you, a lot of services that you can have here in Mexico, in the whole through the whole country, not only for just to, if you want to partnership, if you want to just a company to lend a service to you, or if you want to find something important, you can go over this webpage and you can contact all the companies that are partners of this cluster, that is this association. Actually, we are more than 30 companies in the association. I feel, and I think so, is the biggest association here in Mexico in these technologies. There exist other associations like the Mexican Immersive Institute that as you told, Roberto Cerda is leading, but there's a lot of other associations here in Mexico, because as I told you, there's a huge country, it's very, very big, and we need all the support and all the companies that in order to represent the economy here in Mexico. And all the clusters and the industrial clusters are part of this cluster and this association, and we are helping all the Latin American companies that wants training, support, legal support, technology, and whatever you need. Thank you very much, Gabriel. The trends market are really, really amazing. The document that you present are really, really huge, and it's a huge work that you are carrying out. And I'm very, very glad to be part of your efforts and to be part of VRE experience here right now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sergio. Yes, thank you very much. It's not only work of the one guy, it's an ecosystem work, so thank you very much. And Camilo?
Gabriel, the only thing I will say is thank for all of you and invite all of you to connect. The world is connected, so please connect with us and let's the experience. Thank you.
Okay, so I'd like to invite you to the next moves that we are thinking about it. Of course, we have these amazing festivals in Mexico, so please check the agenda, because the next month in Mexico will be a great opportunity to share experience and content. And about the new catalog, will be maybe have a reunion in Ventana Sur in December, working with virtuality. So I will invite you to be part of the experience together and help us to have a great report. So, of course, with this presentation here in Rome in Festival, the idea is to make exchange program with the Italian ecosystem, so to learn, to understand if it's possible, if you can get it. So all the Italian ecosystems related to XR are welcome to make contact with us, with all the guys that are involved in this panel. So thank you very much again to Mariangela, to all the VR staff, Mateo, our director today. So please continue experience this festival, and thank you very much for the support. Bye bye. See you. Ci vediamo dopo. Ciao ciao.